like they were going to be kind of the big bad villains, but they kind of seem to be wavering between the villainy and wanting to be kind of on the good guys team.
Maybe this one. He's a wuss. I think from the get-go, Jeff kind of said that we were going to be this alpha pack, and as we get to know the rest of the alpha pack, we find out the history of each character and how the pack got together. I think next episode. So with that in mind, when you find out where we come from, you can kind of see the reasons for what we want and why we got together and where things are headed. And I think in our backstory, I don't want to ruin it, but we come from kind of a more meager background. So there's a lot of rage there, and the flip side of that is that I guess in some way we're looking for love. And I think Ethan, I don't want to speak for you, but he finds it a little more fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's cool about it is with all the drama that's going on this season, I think what's refreshing about this show is there's always Beacon Hills High. There's always teenagers. And you're like, wait, these are all teenagers. So I think where we're going kind of speaks to the fact that we're still youthful and we want to be teenagers too.
What? Doesn't make any sense.
It made sense.
I don't even mind.
He doesn't speak English.
I don't. I speak the Queens.
So we're going to be seeing a lot more of the Isaac and twins kind of facing off, or are they going to kind of get past that?
We don't really have many scenes together.
No.
We've had our little kind of moments back, and then we kind of go our separate ways for a little while. I'm sure at some point we'll back up when they've decided they're not being assholes. I can actually have a conversation.
We'll have tea.
Yeah, so I think at some point we'll see the other side of them and then possibly the other side of
Maybe a manlier side of us.
You as the family man living with Sky. There we go.
My domestic life.
Are you going to make scones?
Scones and tea and in my scarf.
I love it.
Yeah,
The scarf is a life.
it was one I was literally it was cold and I was like, I'm gonna wear a scarf and it's the stupidest decision I ever made. I like your skirt, by the way.
It's Middle Earth.
That's awesome.
There's so many pickup lines. I'm so sorry.
And there's one for the internet.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daniel.
Sorry. Delete that.
Charlie, how does it feel to go from Desperate Housewives to like sci-fi?
I mean, it's a dream jump. It really is. Max and I grew up on a farm, and we're kind of these little chubby kids running around who love playing superheroes.
We used to film Lord of the Rings in our backyard, just us two. It was Legolas, and we won't go there. But we always wanted to do action, and really, like, the best part about Teen was Desperate Housewives. We were kind of, I don't want to say background noise, but we had some stories, but we were really part of a family. And here we really
Get to do our own thing.
we get to do, we have more freedom, and I've always wanted to do stunts and motorcycles and make out with girls, and it's awesome. Like, it was an awesome job.
Yeah, and Desperate Housewives was such a gift to be a part of that cast. But the show ended, and you go, gosh, what's next? And Teen Wolf is such a 180 in terms of getting to work with young people who are all super cool, and the showrunner is very active. They're great.
What's it like for you two coming into a show where everyone else has mostly been together for the last 2 seasons? Have they been welcoming? Have they been sort of standoffish?
Yeah, it was pretty people, but we found our way inside.
Okay.
It was instant. It's the nicest cast. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
How much of the stuff goes involved with the twins combining? Because a lot of it's digital, and then the actual guy is somebody else.
It's simpler than you would think. I mean, I don't know what goes into the CGI post, but what they do is they have us. It's plates. So we'll shoot us doing it, and then we'll shoot a blank, and then we'll shoot our double, a man named Kale, and then the CGI guy John does some blend. And we do a couple insert shots of backs moving.
The hardest part is not laughing while doing it. I'll tell you.
It's such a joke. But in terms turned out really well.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
Since you have him playing the other part of you, have you guys discussed, okay, what part of you are taking from that, and he's taking from you, so at least there's some consistency?
Yeah, I mean, I think we said this before, he's huge, so he moves differently, but he's been so accommodating. He's talked to us, and Jeff's worked with us about just keeping it consistent with the movements.
We like having a story of where, separately, we're really kind of fast and quick and work together well. And then when we become one, we're bigger and slower, but twice as brutal. What we created together.
Well, the twins have obviously gotten quite a bit of love this season and coming on board, but we don't get to see your character actually have much of a love story this season. At least not
No,
yet.
well, yeah, like 3 songs of this and that, but yeah, not a lot of love Isaac's way. I kind of think he suffered a little bit in the first 12, getting kicked out of the apartment, Derek's apartment, and yeah, I think he's just finding his way to the he doesn't have a twin that could have, but he has Scott, who's a kind of an ally, and then eventually I think that's going to disintegrate or go somewhere else as maybe some love with females.